arts are systems and traditions of combat practices. It has ranged for thousands and thousands of years, and it's practiced for numerous reasons such as entertainment, self-defense, physical exercise, spiritual, physical, and mental development, and competition. Good morning. My name is Matti Kincannon, and today I will be presenting to you about Asian martial arts. We're going to zoom in into the history of Chinese martial arts and span back out to how Asian martial arts has affected the world, culture, and how it has affected the United States. So the beginnings of world martial arts. All throughout history, we can see proof of martial arts. These are images from the BC era, and every single culture and tribe has had to have martial arts to survive with combat systems. And it doesn't just have to be the samurais in Japan. The Romans, the Persians, the Huns, the Mongols, they all had martial arts to survive. These are some proofs of how old martial arts are. This is from Egypt, 2 murals from 2 different Egyptian pharaohs. This is the early form of wrestling in one of them, and this is showing the Egyptian martial art Katib, which is with a stick. This is a Spartan mural, and if you don't know who the Spartans were, they were a Greek tribe that were very fierce warriors, and that's showing the Greek way of martial arts. Martial arts is named after the god of war in the Roman mythology. That's Mars, and martial arts literally means the art of war, the art of Mars. So the origins of Kung Fu. I'm not going to talk about the history of Asian martial arts. I have to zoom into China, because if I talked about world martial arts, we would literally be here all day long. So I'm going to talk to you about Asian martial arts of China. So what Kung Fu means, that's the martial art term that the Chinese use for their martial arts. And what happened, or what's believed to happen, is that during 600 BC, around the Silk Road era, martial arts from India came into China, and Chinese martial arts went back into India, and vice versa, and that's how it spread. This is the founder of martial arts, the Yellow Emperor, whose name was Hung Di, and he is from 4000 BC, and he's known as the founder of martial arts because he wrote thesis statements on martial arts and combat systems, and as a general in war, he promoted martial arts for his soldiers. This is the earliest written form of martial arts. The proof we have, they're the Spring and Autumn Annals in China. It's Chinese classics. It is from 4 BC, and they write about hand-to-hand combat theories. So the modern beginnings. I know I said that the Yellow Emperor was the founder of martial arts, and he is, but this is the founder of modern-day martial arts, and this is Ta Mo. Ta Mo is an Indian monk who went to China, and he brought the 18 Buddhist fists to the monks, which ended up being the 5 animal styles. You have the crane, the snake, the monkey, the leopard, and the tiger. So there's different categories of martial arts that started in the modern era, but it expanded out, and some of the ones that you've probably heard of are stand-up style. That's Taekwondo, karate, and it's all on feet defense. You have grappling. This is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is what I do, and it's all takedown to the floor styles, and it's self-defense. This is weapon-based. This is the Japanese word kendo with swords. Then you have low impact, which is Tai Chi. And when I went to China, this is all you see in the parks. It's for older people, for mental and health purposes, and it's all based on movements, and there are no kicks or punches. It's more mental health. Last but not least, you have mixed martial arts. This is from the UFC. If any of you watch UFC, they combine the stand-up style with the grappling style, and they have submissions, which are when you try to tap out somebody. So the 19th and 20th century. These are a few of the pictures that I found from the 19th and 20th century, and this is really when we started to see it come over to the United States. During World War II period and nationalism, I don't know if you know, but the Asian countries really did not get along well, and so everybody was trying to preserve their styles of martial arts that they had for thousands of years. So what happened was, with the nationalism, when Americans went over during World War II, the American soldiers learned the Japanese martial arts, and they brought it back to the United States. But during the Korean conflict, we really learned about Taekwondo, and the American soldiers brought Taekwondo back to the United States. These are a couple of pictures I found. I'm not really sure what era that's from, but that's practicing some form of Japanese martial art in a Japanese house. This is the Filipino style of bolo knife fighting, martial art style. That's in World War II. And this is U.S. senators in the White House practicing martial arts. So the Hollywood movement really brought it over as well, and one of the most famous Chinese immigrants that brought it over was Bruce Lee. And he had such famous movies as Enter the Dragon, and I can't name another one, but he had a very huge impact on bringing martial arts to the United States. You also have people such as Jackie Chan and Chuck Norris got his fame through fighting Bruce Lee in a martial arts movie. So what we have in conclusion is martial arts had a huge impact on not only the world's civilizations in fighting to survive, but also in the United States as well. You have Ta Mo, who went to the Shaolin Temple, and these are students at the Shaolin Temple, and what he turned this into was an international phenomenon. You can see martial arts today not only in the media, but international sports as well. That's at the Olympics. And so what we have is we have a sport that not only helped China's history, but it molded the world. It's a spiritual and physical development, and it helped people with defense, competition, exercise, spiritual, mental, and physical development, and entertainment. So I hope today that this has benefited you and that you might be willing to start some martial arts practices, and thank you.